Wait, did Erling Haaland just downplay the Messi versus Ronaldo debate? The football world can't believe what he said. A bold statement from the man many call the future of the game. But here's the twist. Haaland didn't choose sides. He challenged everyone's idea of what greatness really means. So what exactly did he say? And why is it shaking fans across the globe? Stick around because what Haaland revealed might just change how you see football forever. We'll explain everything in this video step by step. Don't skip it. Ladies and gentlemen, football fans around the world, buckle up. Because today, we're diving into one of the most talked about moments in modern football. Erling Haaland has spoken, and he's just played down the eternal Messi-Ronaldo debate. Yes, you heard that right. The Norwegian goal machine, the man built like a Viking and finishes like a machine, has stepped into football's most dangerous battlefield, comparing legends. But instead of fanning the flames, Haaland dropped a calm, confident, almost ice-cold statement. He said it's time to move forward. That the Messi-Ronaldo era was legendary, but football keeps evolving. And maybe, just maybe, the next chapter is already being written by players like him. And that, my friends, sent the internet into meltdown. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, boom. Everyone's asking, is Haaland the heir to the throne, or is he writing a whole new story altogether? Think about it. From the streets of Bryne to lifting trophies with Manchester City, Haaland has done what most dream of: breaking records, smashing nets, and smiling like it's just another day at the office. But behind that cool grin lies the hunger of a lion, a player who knows that greatness isn't given, it's earned, one goal at a time. And while Messi and Ronaldo have defined an entire generation, Haaland's message hits different. Respect the legends, but never stop chasing your own greatness. That's not just confidence, that's the mindset of a future icon. So, football fans, here's the question. Is Erling Haaland ready to take the torch from Messi and Ronaldo, or is he building a whole new kingdom of his own? Stay tuned, because if there's one thing certain about Haaland, it's that he's not done breaking football yet. When Erling Haaland decided to speak about the never-ending debate between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, the football world held its breath. This is a conversation that has dominated football for nearly 2 decades. Two icons who have redefined greatness, breaking barriers, shattering records, and elevating the game to heights no one thought possible. But when Haaland was asked to weigh in, his response was something no one expected. Calm, confident, and refreshingly grounded, he played down the rivalry entirely. Instead of picking a side or stirring controversy, he brushed it off with the composure of a player who knows exactly who he is and what he's chasing. It wasn't arrogance, it was perspective. For Haaland, the Messi-Ronaldo era was an extraordinary chapter in football's story, but he made it clear that the sport doesn't stop there. He understands that those two legends have inspired millions, including himself, but his focus isn't on comparisons, it's on the future. Haaland's message was loud and clear: the game moves forward and so must everyone else. This wasn't a dismissal of Messi and Ronaldo's achievements, it was an acknowledgement that football evolves and every generation brings its own heroes. Haaland is part of that next wave, a player who has already proven that he's not here to live in anyone's shadow. His humility in the moment contrasted sharply with the hype surrounding him, showing maturity far beyond his years. In an era where players often chase headlines and social media clout, Haaland's response was almost old school. He didn't take the bait or turn it into a viral soundbite. Instead, he reminded everyone that his only competition is himself. The young Norwegian knows that legends aren't built by words, they're built by consistency, performance, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. And that's exactly what he's doing week after week at Manchester City. Each goal, each record broken, each trophy lifted adds to a growing legacy that demands recognition without ever needing comparison. The subtle power in Haaland's words lies in what they represent: a changing of the guard, not through loud declarations, but through action. He respects Messi and Ronaldo, admires their influence, but refuses to be trapped in a debate that doesn't move the game forward. That mindset speaks volumes about who Haaland is becoming. It's not just about being the next great striker, it's about understanding that greatness doesn't come from being the next anyone. It comes from being completely, unapologetically yourself. Haaland's response wasn't about dismissing history, it was about embracing the future. The world has witnessed what Messi and Ronaldo brought to the pitch. Magic, rivalry, perfection. But Haaland's focus is on writing a new story, one built on raw power, precision and passion. His message resonated deeply because it wasn't flashy, it was honest, thoughtful and real. In that one statement, he showed that he's not just another talent chasing fame, he's a new leader of football's next evolution. Erling Haaland's words reflected more than just respect for Messi and Ronaldo. They reflected a deep understanding of football's natural evolution. He spoke like someone who realises that greatness isn't inherited, it's created anew in every generation. His statement about forging his own legacy wasn't a boast, it was a declaration of intent. Haaland knows he stands at the crossroads between two eras, the fading brilliance of Messi and Ronaldo's golden age and the dawn of something new. He doesn't want to be the next anyone. He wants to be the first Erling Haaland. That mindset separates him from the noise surrounding modern football. While the media and fans constantly search for comparisons, Haaland looks inward, focused on becoming the best version of himself rather than chasing shadows of the past. For him, evolution in football isn't just about style or tactics, it's about mentality. Messi and Ronaldo dominated an age built on fierce rivalry and perfectionism. Haaland represents a new kind of energy. Raw, direct, fearless and efficient. His game isn't about finesse in every touch or theatrical flair, it's about destruction with precision. Every sprint, every shot, every movement on the pitch screams hunger. He embodies a player designed for modern football's pace, intensity and data-driven precision. His understanding of the game shows that the sport's beauty is no longer tied only to artistry but also to the unstoppable effectiveness that defines the best of today. By emphasising the evolution of football, Haaland shows humility and awareness. He doesn't claim to replace Messi or Ronaldo, he acknowledges that their time changed football forever and now his time demands something different. This generation plays in a new world, one of high pressing, tactical complexity and global connection. The icons of the past built football into a global spectacle. Now players like Haaland must carry it into the future with the same fire but a new formula. He's aware that football is faster, smarter and more demanding than ever before and he thrives in that environment. His adaptability, his professionalism and his relentless work ethic make him the symbol of this new phase. When Haaland says he's focused on forging his own legacy, he's talking about more than trophies. He's talking about identity, about standing tall in a game where everyone is compared, judged and measured against legends. His statement reflects the mindset of someone who refuses to live in nostalgia. He honours the past but refuses to let it define his ceiling. Every goal he scores is a step toward proving that football's greatness doesn't end with two players, no matter how legendary they are. The game continues to evolve, and Haaland wants to lead that evolution, not as a successor to Messi or Ronaldo, but as a pioneer of his own generation, a player rewriting what dominance looks like in the modern era. The moment Erling Haaland's comments surfaced online, the football world exploded into a storm of reactions. Within minutes, social media became a battlefield of opinions, debates and fiery exchanges. Fans couldn't resist diving into the conversation. Was this the moment the torch had officially been passed? Or was Haaland overstepping by hinting that the Messi-Ronaldo era was behind us? Twitter feeds flooded with hot takes, YouTube clips dissected his tone, and Instagram reels spun his words into viral edits, some praising his confidence while others accused him of arrogance. The internet thrives on moments like these, and Haaland, whether he intended it or not, became the centre of football's most passionate debate once again. For years, the Messi-Ronaldo rivalry has fueled countless arguments across dinner tables, sports bars and online forums. Every goal, every trophy, every assist became ammunition for fans on either side. So when a new superstar like Haaland dares to speak on that sacred ground, emotions naturally ignite. What made this particular moment so explosive was that Haaland didn't even take sides. He didn't criticise, didn't boast, he simply redirected attention to the present and future. Yet that subtle shift in focus was enough to send fans spiralling into discussions about what it truly means to be great. Suddenly, hashtags like number Haaland era, number Messi vs Ronaldo, and number next GOAT began trending. Comment sections turned into virtual stadiums, echoing chants of praise and criticism alike. Some fans claimed Haaland had earned the right to speak, pointing to his record-breaking debut seasons, his Champions League heroics, and his terrifying consistency in front of goal. Others insisted that no one, no matter how talented, should even be mentioned in the same breath as Messi and Ronaldo. It became more than just a debate about players, it turned into a reflection of how deeply people are attached to their idols. Sports analysts joined the conversation, offering perspective on how Haaland's mentality mirrors that of past legends. They noted his discipline, focus, and refusal to get drawn into unnecessary drama. His words weren't a challenge, they were a statement of identity. Yet fans driven by passion turned them into headlines, memes, and narratives that stretch far beyond his original intention. That's the power of football's emotional core. It's not just a game, it's a global story that millions feel personally connected to. In a way, the chaos surrounding Haaland's remarks only proved his growing influence. The fact that his opinion could shake the internet so violently shows how deeply he's embedded himself into the conversation of modern greatness. He may not have intended to start a debate, but his presence alone does it. Every word he speaks now carries weight. Every expression sparks speculation. The internet's reaction was proof that fans aren't ready to let go of the Messi-Ronaldo era. But they're also irresistibly drawn to the next chapter, and Haaland stands right at the centre of that unfolding story. Erling Haaland's journey so far has been defined by one thing: hunger. From the moment he stepped onto a professional pitch, it was clear that this was no ordinary talent. His intensity, focus and drive set him apart from the rest. Every goal he scores, every record he breaks, every performance he delivers reflects an unshakable determination to keep improving. There's no complacency in his game, no satisfaction in what's already been achieved. For Haaland, success isn't a finish line, it's fuel. He thrives on pressure, embraces expectations, and seems to grow stronger with every challenge that comes his way. That hunger is what transforms him from a great striker into a symbol of relentless ambition. Behind the calm exterior and confident smile lies an athlete who has built his career on discipline and purpose. He trains with precision, eats with structure, and lives with one goal in mind: to become better every single day. It's that mindset that defines his character more than his physical attributes. Yes, his pace, strength, and finishing ability are elite, but what truly separates him is his obsession with progress. Haaland doesn't just want to score goals, he wants to master the art of scoring. He studies defenders, learns from his mistakes, and adapts faster than anyone else on the pitch. That's why, even in games where he doesn't find the net, his impact remains undeniable. He plays like someone who's never satisfied, always reaching for more. His records speak for themselves: youngest player to reach goal milestones in multiple leagues, top scorer in major competitions, and already a key figure in one of the world's best teams. But these achievements don't seem to slow him down. Instead, they push him further. Each goal is celebrated briefly before he's ready for the next one. That's the essence of Haaland's mindset: forward-looking, focused, and fiercely competitive. He doesn't dwell on past glory because he knows the game moves too fast to stand still. Every match, every season brings new tests, and Haaland meets them head on with the confidence of someone who understands that greatness requires constant evolution. Even off the pitch, that same hunger is evident. His approach to recovery, fitness, and mental strength shows how deeply he respects the process of becoming elite. He's not content with natural talent, he enhances it through discipline. The combination of raw power and refined professionalism makes him a complete modern athlete. His hunger isn't just about scoring, it's about setting new standards for what a striker can be. While others seek comfort in fame or fortune, Haaland's motivation is internal. He measures himself not against others, but against the version of himself he was yesterday. That's why he continues to break boundaries, setting new benchmarks that inspire the next generation of footballers who see in him a reflection of what dedication truly looks like. When Erling Haaland speaks, the football world listens because every word feels like a glimpse into the future of the sport. His confidence, calmness, and presence signal that the game's next chapter is already unfolding, and he's standing right at its centre. The Messi-Ronaldo rivalry defined an era: two players who seemed almost superhuman, pushing each other to unimaginable heights. But now, football fans are witnessing the rise of a new kind of dominance, one that doesn't rely on comparison but on redefinition. Haaland isn't trying to replace the past, he's creating a new blueprint for the modern footballer. His era isn't coming soon, it's already here, and it's rewriting the rules of greatness in real time. Haaland represents everything the next generation of football is built on: athleticism, efficiency, mentality, and impact. He doesn't waste energy on theatrics or politics, he lets his football speak. In an age where image often overshadows substance, Haaland's approach feels refreshingly pure. He scores goals with robotic precision but celebrates with raw emotion, showing that even in a data-driven world, passion still fuels performance. Every time he steps on the pitch, there's an aura, an unspoken understanding that something extraordinary might happen. His presence alone changes how teams defend, how fans watch, and how opponents prepare. That influence is the mark of a player who isn't just great, he's generational. When people say the future is now, Haaland embodies that statement perfectly. His playing style mirrors football's evolution, faster transitions, sharper movements, and clinical finishing. He thrives in systems built around intensity and adaptability, reflecting how modern football has shifted toward power and precision. But what makes him special isn't just his physical dominance, it's his mental sharpness. He knows when to move, when to strike, and when to stay silent. That football intelligence separates good players from legends. The fact that he's achieved so much at such a young age proves that his rise isn't hype, it's the product of focus and foresight. For years, fans have wondered what football would look like after Messi and Ronaldo. Now they have their answer. It looks like Haaland, composed, determined, and unstoppable. He represents a new generation that grew up idolising legends but refuses to live in their shadow. His era is defined not by rivalry but by dominance through discipline. Every record he breaks, every milestone he reaches, feels like a sign that the game has entered a new age. Coaches and analysts study him, young players emulate him, and fans around the world can't take their eyes off him. Haaland doesn't need to declare that he's the future. His performances say it louder than words ever could. The Messi-Ronaldo era may have set the standard for greatness, but Haaland's era is setting the direction for what comes next, reshaping the game's landscape with every thunderous goal and every relentless sprint forward. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe.